tailgates jumping. Bills from Buffalo, I bet they loving this heat. Panthers from the Carolinas, Bengals, Cincinnati. Dog pound in the house, repping Cleveland, Ohio. Denver on the scene, and they repping them Broncos. The weather beautiful, it ain't a cloud in the sky. I see them Lions, Titans, and Bears, oh my.
You might not like my team, we might be rivalry.
Whatever it is, make sure you respect me.
We gon' always trash talk in season and off,
but not too serious.
Gotta keep it football. You might not like my team, we might be rivalry.
Whatever it is, make sure you respect me.
We gon' always trash talk in season and off,
but not too serious.
Gotta keep it football.
Green Bay tailgating, yelling go pack go. LA Rams, LA Chargers, Indianapolis Colts. Kansas City celebrating like it's the Super Bowl. Houston, Texas came deep and fired up the grill. Briskets, baby back, this just got real. Jacksonville Raider fans, all love, no hating. Miami Dolphins, Minnesota, New England Patriots. This is epic, all teams 32 tailgating.
You might not like my team, we might be rivalry.
Whatever it is, make sure you respect me.
We gon' always trash talk in season and off,
but not too serious.
Gotta keep it football. You might not like my team, we might be rivalry.
Whatever it is, make sure you respect me.
We gon' always trash talk in season and off,
but not too serious.
Gotta keep it football.
New York came through, both Giants and Jets. Trash talking done started, both sides placing bets. New Orleans Saints set up shop like we on Bourbon Street. It's so nice to see the Washington football team. Philadelphia Eagles came through with the game. 49ers showing out, representing the Bay. Police showed up to make sure we was straight. They gave us love and respect, and we made them play. Seattle Seahawks, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the AFC, the NFC, man, they all up in here. Black and yellow on repeat from the Pittsburgh Steelers. Ladies shaking pom-poms, tailgating cheerleaders. The DJ on 5 playing all the hits, man. Everyone here, this tailgate mad lit. Dallas Cowboys showed up and they was deep as flow. They was chatting, dance, stepping, yelling, Cowboy up!
You might not like my team, we might be rivalry.
Whatever it is, make sure you respect me.
We gon' always trash talk in season and off,
but not too serious.
Gotta keep it football. You might not like my team, we might be rivalry.
Whatever it is, make sure you respect me.
We gon' always trash talk in season and off,
but not too serious.
Gotta keep it football.
Wake on up, sleepyhead. Get your heinies out of bed. I mean, it's 8 a.m. in the morning on the West Coast, baby. And we got a special show this morning. You know, it's the best part of waking up on Fan Fridays. We're going to talk about some NFL fans and predominantly a super cowboy when it comes to super fans of the Dallas Cowboys. So today's show, we're going to learn about the Ford Hall of Fans. You're going to learn about Super Cowboy. And you're going to learn about how you can go vote for my Cowboy cousin because it's oh so serious that our guy wins. You know why? Because my favorite NFL player of all time, you can probably see that picture over there, right? Let me move this camera right there. Y'all see that picture right there? That's Drew Pearson, baby. That's my guy, the original 88, and he nominated Super Cowboy. So we're going to be talking about him today. So good morning, good morning, good morning. How is everybody doing? We are live in the building. Thank you to the 14 of y'all that are up early this morning. We hit the gym early, like my man Starboy says. Damn, BG, you in a hurry this morning. No, man, we just early, baby. We got to get them gym reps out and pump them. We got a limited time here with our guest today on how you can go vote for them because we got to make sure we take care of our cousins. You know what I mean? Family has to take care of family. And shout out to One Star, One Family, you know, DJ Kai and Sherry Montano out there in Bakersfield. They actually had Super Cowboy on the show last night. We're going to bring Super Cowboy up on here in just a few minutes. Let's give a few more shout outs. What I'd like to do is show you a quick video of the Ford Hall of Fans. And very quickly, I'll share with you back in August of last year. I went to the NFL Hall of Fame to go see my guy. That's right, Drew Pearson, get inducted in Jimmy Johnson, right? And I actually got to go into the Ford Hall of Fans museum there and actually met a couple Cowboy fans that were there from Dallas. So there we are, boots on ground. That's right, at the NFL Hall of Fame, at the Ford Hall of Fans exhibition there. You got to learn about the Ford Hall of Fans, you know, how it started, who's involved, why you need to know. And I wanted to share that here with everybody today because our guest, we need to vote for him. So let's watch a quick video right quick on the Ford Hall of Fans, and then we'll get back to it. And we'll bring Super Cowboy on the show, shall we?
Along with our enshrinement of the game,
the Ford Motor Company is honoring some of the biggest fans in the history of this game. Arizona Cardinals superfan Christy Brown.
The Cardinals are just everything to me. Die-hard fan from the time that I was 3 years old, went to my first game.
Looking up here.
Cleveland Browns superfan Ray Prisby.
I guess I'm a little fanatical when it comes to Browns and collecting Browns memorabilia. I was pretty much born into it.
And Las Vegas Raiders superfan Wayne Mabry.
I'll knock at my door.
Hey, Wayne, come on, man. Quit on out, man.
We're here today to honor our 2021 class for the Ford Hall of Fans, who are joining the legends in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Welcome to the Hall.
Oh, quit playing. Yes. All the fans. That's what it's about, baby. Yeah. Love you.
Oh, you signed it. I love it.
When they pulled back the curtain, I first saw my jersey that had my last name on it. I just started crying. Every emotion hit me.
All right. Oh, yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh, yeah.
And then when they came up with the rings and the jackets, it's just been an incredible ride.
Oh, man, it don't get no better than that. Are you kidding me? You share moments together. And the more years you stack up, the better those memories should get. At the end of the day, that's all we got.
At Ford, we're a fan of the fans. They help make pro football the greatest sport there is. And we're so happy to be here in Canton once again to honor the NFL's greatest fans.
Being able to represent for the fans of the NFL, being honored for that is just remarkable.
All right, good deals. Everybody can see. I hope everybody could hear that. I think I did have the sound on. But we've got the link pinned here to the top of the comment section. So if you have not voted for Super Cowboy, we're going to bring him on the show here so that way you can know more about his story. I first seen him out in, I think it was 2018 at LAX. Shout out to the president, Luis SCDCFC. They had a big tailgate there at Hoover Park against the Rams. And I believe that was the first time I seen Super Cowboy out there. And, I always take note of all of the super fans around. And he was just starting to put in work. He's between L.A., he's between Dallas. I think he's originally from Mexico. So we're going to learn about his story. So without further ado, let's go ahead and bring up Super Cowboy to the show. How you doing, my Cowboy cousin?
I'm good. Good morning. How you doing?
Good. I know it's bright early there. What, it's like 10 a.m. over there?
Yeah,
in Texas?
just about 10.
You're out there, and it's snowing. You're out there in Arlington, right?
Grand Prairie, yeah, right next door to Arlington. Yeah, it's snowing. There's still snow on the ground here.
Yeah, I seen you out there with your video yesterday, man. I on a side note, bro, I need to get one of them ponchos, man. You need to hook me up with your poncho plug.
Oh, yeah, man.
Poncho. Speaking of which, my Cowboys primos and primas down there south of the border. You're originally from Mexico, am I not mistaken? I think according to your bio.
I was born here, but I did live in Mexico for a couple years when I was younger.
Okay, good deal.
Yeah.
So share a little bit about that experience. There's a lot of Cowboy fans down there. When did you first become a Cowboy fan?
So it's a little bit of a story. Actually, I was living in Tijuana, Mexico. I was born in San Bernardino, California, and I was living down there for a couple of years until I was 8 years old, and I didn't know anything about American football. I just knew soccer and luchador wrestling. That's all I knew about. So when I came back in 1990, I didn't know anything until I found out that it was going to be the Super Bowl, right? In 93, 92 season. I knew there was going to be a Super Bowl. I wanted to go to the Super Bowl party. I kept begging my mom, hey, Mom, please let me go to the Super Bowl party. And she's like, what's a Super Bowl? You know what I mean? She's like, what is this? I'm like, I don't know. I just heard it's cool that, people are going to be watching the Super Bowl. So I want to watch it too.
Right.
I'm 10 years old. And she's like, well, let me see what it's about. And she called and whatnot. And that was an older friend of mine that was in high school at the time. And she was like, you know what? You can't go. And I was like, why not? Like, well, there's going to be drinking and smoking. And it's not something that I want you to be at 10 years old. You know what I mean? So I was like, man, that sucks. I'm like, I want to know what this Super Bowl thing is. So I'm like, you know what? At the time, that Super Bowl was in Pasadena, and I was living in California. So the Super Bowl was close by, so you would see a lot of Cowboy fans with their jerseys and cars and, in the streets and stuff. So I was like, well, I want to check this out. I want to know what it's about. So I pretty much watched the game by myself, and it was Cowboys Bills. So just watching that game and that butt whooping they put on the Bills, man. I mean, from then on, I'm like, what's this team? I'm like, I gotta check these guys out. And then I started following them from there till now. I just that team with that star in the helmet and the way they were playing, and I was just, as a kid, 10 years old, I was just memorized, and I was like, I gotta continue to watch this team, and that's how it started.
That's awesome. That's what I like to call your Cowboys baptism.
Right.
You know what I mean? He was baptized. He was baptized into the fan base as a result. Like I said, my claim to fame was 1985 at age 11, my first game. Everybody's got their story, but thank you, Super Cowboy, for sharing your story. So we had a video up here about the Ford Hall of Fans, and you're up for, folks are going to be going to vote for you today. That's why primarily I wanted to have this show as my Cowboy cousin. Like I said, I seen you out there in 2018. I've been seeing you at all of the games, moving around between Dallas and LA. You're doing your thing out there. And then you said you got an email. You said you thought it was like a spam email, and it was for the Ford Hall of Fans nomination. And then we'll talk what happened next. So tell me a little bit about this process. You've been out there in the field, representing as a Dallas Cowboys super fan. How did the whole Ford Hall of Fans opportunity arise?
Yeah, so like I said, I got an email just out of nowhere saying, hey, I always check my email, and it said, hey, you've been nominated by someone for the Ford Hall of Fans. And then, it said a bunch of information and said, do you want to proceed? If you do want to proceed with the nomination, you got to fill out this form, and you have to do a background check. So you got to, fill it out and all that. And I talked with my wife about it, and I was like, I don't know about this. I'm like, it seems kind of weird.
Intrusive, huh?
Yeah, it was like a third
social
company.
DNA, hair sample, all that, huh?
Right, exactly. I was like, I don't know about this. I'm like, it's a third company. It doesn't say nothing about Ford. It doesn't say anything about the Hall of Fame or NFL or nothing. I'm like, I don't know. I don't think I believe this. So I emailed them back. I was like, is this spam or, what's going on with this? And they were like, no, we're for real. Check out their website. They sent me the link to the website, and they're like, check out the rules and whatnot. And it says on there that you need to do, the next process is you got to fill out a form, like an application, and then you have to do a background check. And then you have to wait for that background check to come back. So then I was still kind of like, all right. I sent the information and whatnot, and then I waited a couple weeks, and I was like, well, I guess I failed that background check because I haven't heard anything. You know what I mean? I'm like, so, well, it is what it is, right? And then I ended up getting an email saying, hey, your background check was good. The next step is we got to do a in-person interview. And then they asked me, of course, if I was vaccinated and all that. And I was like, yeah. And they're like, all right, well, our crew is going to have masks and this and that, and we need to, get together with you. We'll let you know when we're going to be in Dallas. And I was like, all right, sounds good to me. And then another waited like another 2 weeks, nothing. I didn't hear anything from them. And then finally I hear, hey, we're going to be in Dallas Monday or Tuesday. Are you available those 2 days? So I was like, yeah, absolutely. And then they were like, okay, well, we'll let you know when we get closer. So I think it was Monday. They sent me an email in the afternoon. Hey, can you meet us at the Star tomorrow at 11 for the interview? And I was like, yeah, absolutely. And then, me with my mask that I never take it off. I always have it on. And I do that for part of my Mexican culture. And because I was a fan of the luchadors, back when I was,
I thought that's where that came from. You know what I mean? Nacho Libre or something like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it's back from the old school, Blue Lemon. This is a Blue Lemon mask, and I lived.
The first time I saw you, bro, I hate to interrupt you. When I seen you in LA, I was like, "This Nacho Libre dude." I was like, "This." Yeah, I was just like, "Man, like your costume was a super cowboy." It was so fresh and new, man. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I wear it because of the culture, like the Mexican culture. A lot of like when you go watch soccer games and stuff like that, they wear a mask. So a lot of the fans wear masks, but when I wore it, I'm gonna do it traditionally, not take it off. People don't know my face. When I go do stuff, with Cowboys or stuff like that, charities, I always have my mask on. So that's why I was asking them for the interview. I said, can I wear my mask? Because that's kind of my thing. Like, can I wear my mask for the interview? I don't know if it's getting filmed or not, but can I wear my mask? And they were saying, they were not getting back to me, actually. And then I kept emailing them like, all right, cool, I'm available. What time? They wouldn't tell me a time yet either.
They didn't know if it was that mask or the other mask. No, I'm just playing.
Right? Which mask are you talking about?
I know how y'all folks do in Texas. Nobody like no mask in Texas. You know what I mean?
Exactly, right? So I was like, all right. I kept asking and nothing. And then finally they told me, well, we're going to do a toy drive also. Are you available to help us out? And that's the thing that I love to do, is my volunteer, my time with toy drives and charities and stuff like that. So I was like, absolutely, I'll do a toy drive with you guys. And they're like, okay, well, you can wear your stuff, bring your Santa hat and stuff like that. And we'll do something after the interview. I'm like, all right, sounds good. So I go down there and, I'm texting them about it. I'm here, whatever. And they're like, okay, we're going to do the interview outside, which was kind of weird to me. I was like, I'm meeting you guys at the Star, but we're going to do the interview outside. I'm like, all right. I didn't say nothing. I was like, sounds good to me. All right, whatever you guys want to do. You guys are the experts.
Right.
So I get there, I talk to them and they're like, all right, we're going to go do some, pictures and video inside the Star. And I'm like, all right, awesome. It was everything right there in the lobby. And then when we were taking pictures, they're like, hold on, someone's here to donate some toys, right? So I go outside and it was a lady and this little SUV and she had a bunch of toys in her trunk. So, I help her out. They're videoing, they're telling her that they're going to do a video about, fans and whatnot. And she was all about it. And, I helped her with that. And then they're like, all right, we're going to do the interview outside. I'm like, all right, sounds good. So we're doing the interview outside. And then right in the middle of the interview, they stop me and they're like, hold on, here's another person that's going to donate. And that's the video that, comes up in my bio where I turn around and it's Drew Pearson in the Ford truck. And then I'm still thinking toy drive. So I'm like, oh, I guess Drew's here to do it, deliver some toys. Because I still don't know what's going on. I'm just here for an interview, right? So he gets off the truck and I shake his hand and I say, hey, Drew, how you doing? And he's like, hey, Miguel, how you doing? And that's when I was like, wait a minute.
How you know my name?
Yeah, you don't know my real name. Like, everybody knows me as Super Cowboy. I'm like, all right, that's kind of weird. And that's when he starts telling me I'm here in behalf of Ford Hall of Fans to nominate you. And we know all the work you do in the community and you represent the Dallas Cowboys the way you should. And we're here to nominate you. And I just start crying, man. Like, I couldn't hold it in. It just got to me, like, the emotions of being nominated and people actually seeing what I've been doing, So I just start crying and I'm just like, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Everything that he's telling
Humble
me.
And thankful, baby. I know exactly what you mean. You know what I mean? And I want to just say for the Dallas Cowboys, anybody in the Star, anybody affiliated with the Cowboys that may be watching this video, you got it right with Drew Pearson. Because since 2016, I've been in these trenches out here, much like Super Cowboy has. Like I said, I've seen him at 18. But Drew Pearson has been boots on ground. So they've got it right when they wanted to put somebody from the Dallas Cowboys to go out and nominate fans. And I'm glad that he nominated you, because how did you even come up with Super Cowboy? I know you alluded the mask, and that's got history. Thank you for sharing that for our Cowboys, primos and primas here south of the border. That's important because, the Dallas Cowboys are essentially, Mexico's our second home now. But how did you come up with the whole Super Cowboy persona?
So back in LA, we were doing a lot of watch parties to watch the games because, we didn't live in Dallas. So I would go to watch parties and I started adding stuff to my mask, a jersey and shorts and shoes and stuff like that. And then I started talking to my wife. I'm like, you know what? Maybe I should get a name, like, I don't know, let's come up with a name or something. And there was a couple of different names that I came up with at first, and my wife was like, nah, that doesn't sound right, that's kind of weird, like, it doesn't flow. And she's actually the one that came up with it. She's the one that said, I think Super Cowboy is kind of cool, that got kind of flows, you know what I mean? It sounds kind of cool. And I was like, Super Cowboy, huh? I'm like, All right, I guess. Yeah, let's
run
go
with
with that. Let's go with that. So, so we went with that, and we just kept running with it,
That's
and
what's
that's
up.
what it stayed. Super
I-
Cowboy.
So I take your wife's a Cowboys fan too as well.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Sometimes people ask me, and I said I think she's more of a fan than I am because she wants to throw blows and stuff.
Hey, shout out to the missus, man. She got it right with the name. It takes two to make a thing go right. So I think that's awesome. Especially in the Cowboys marriage, you'll both be able to celebrate in some extent. You know what I mean? There's a lot of houses divided out there. So I think that process you're going through is probably a little easier with your wife being a Cowboys fan.
Oh yeah, absolutely. She checked. I checked that when I met her. I'm like, you're a Cowboy fan? All right, cool. Now we can proceed.
Right. So we got Randy Osborne checking in here with us, Super Cowboy. He's a viewer. So thank you everybody watching on BDG. We're live on the BDG page. We're live in OAT, and we're live on YouTube here. So thank everybody for tuning in. But Randy Osborne checking in. Do me a favor, if you're checking in for the first time, leave me a comment. Let me know where you're watching from, especially if you're down there south of the border. All of our Cowboys primos and primas in Mexico. But Randy Osborne says, how do you vote, Super Cowboy?
So you could go to the page. It's called FordHallOfFans.com. And then you'll scroll down to my picture and then, click on my picture and it says vote right away. Just click on it and very easy. Yeah, you scroll down and then you'll see my picture with my Santa hat on and then you just click vote on it. It takes about 2 seconds.
That's a great question, Randy. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for asking. All my Cowboy cousins that are on here, y'all need to share this video. Y'all need to go vote multiple times. Word on the street, and I figured out is you can actually clear your history and vote. Keep voting for Super Cowboy a whole bunch of times on the same device. However, you don't know how to do that, you can go from device to device, different device, and sign in. As you can see here, I voted for Super Cowboys this morning. As you can see once you vote, it'll have that where you can share it there. But this is the actual page he's talking about. And thank you, DJ Kai, for dropping that link in there too as well. Let me copy. Actually, if you scroll to the top of this comment section here, everybody, that link is there. So you can scroll up to there and vote now. Come back and let us know you voted for him while we're on the show, and you'll get a shout out. We appreciate that. So I think that's pretty cool. So what's the way ahead for you next? We got how many days left in this race for you, Super Cowboy?
So we have until Sunday at midnight, which is February 6th. So people can start voting, if you haven't voted yet or don't know about it, you can start voting today. Like I said, different devices, you can do that today, Saturday, and Sunday. And then hopefully, God willing, with everybody's support on Monday, believe it should be Monday or Tuesday, they'll give me a call and let me know how to go. Because I don't even know how many votes I'm getting. I don't even know where I'm at. The picture changes on the website. So people have been asking me, like, does that mean you're last?
I did this morning when I voted. You went from like 5, and then when it refreshed, you were at the top. I was like, oh shit, does that mean he's like at the top of the stacking or what? But it really don't even matter. We don't even need to know. I know we got more Cowboy cousins and diehard Cowboy fans in this fan base than any other of them other fans that are up there. No disrespect to the Ford Hall of fans or any of those other fans, but it's still fuck your team. Go vote for my Cowboy cousin and vote for him daily. We have got to get him there. We've got to show the Dallas Cowboys that they got it right with Drew Pearson and his nomination. But let's get some more shout outs, see who's rolling with us. We got Starboy. I know you know Starboy out there. He says, hey, Cowboy cousin. You know who Starboy is, don't you, Super Cowboy? Uh-oh, whatever. Can you hear me? Hello. I lost you, man. You there?
Muted.
There you go. Now you're off mute. So we got it. Technical difficulty. Good deal. But no, I said Starboy is on the line. You know who Starboy is out there, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I can hear you, but I can barely hear you.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Barely.
Barely. Okay. All right. Well, can you hear me now?
There you are.
All right. So I'll get my loud voice back up again. So that's great. But we got folks tuning in. Like I said, I seen you on One Star One Family last night with DJ Kai. I appreciate DJ Kai out there. All of our fans are doing what we can to get behind you here. I appreciate you taking the time this morning. I know it's snowy out there. You probably got some more videos to shoot and things to do. But who would you like to give some shout outs to this whole process, or anybody in general here today before we get you out of here, Super Cowboy? And then we'll take some questions and we'll wrap the show up.
Absolutely. I mean, the shout outs is Cowboy Nation. All Cowboy Nation has been awesome. They've been voting every day. They've been posting, I post a video and right away they'll say I've been voting every day and I just voted, and they'll share their snapshot of what they've done. So big shout out to Cowboy Nation. Family and friends, everybody's been voting. Like I always tell people about this process, it's not me going in as Super Cowboy getting inducted. It's all you guys, because I can't, get myself in there. I need the support from everybody. It's been crazy. It's not just Cowboy fans that have been voting for me. I also have a lot of Raider fans, a lot of Rams fans, different fans, Titan fans, Bills fans from different, fan bases that know me as Super Cowboy and have met me before, and even people that haven't met me before, they've been voting for me. So I just want to do a big shout out to all of them. If this process continues and I do get, to be a finalist on Monday, I mean, it's not because of me. It's because of everybody else that's been voting and being so supportive and giving a lot of love to me. And like I said, I'm overwhelmed with all the support. It's awesome. Like a lot of love for everybody, you, DJ Kai and SCDC, all these different groups that had just been pushing for me every single day, putting money behind it too, to push it. It's just awesome. So I appreciate it.
Yeah, man, no problem. It's all, like my man DJ Kai is one star, one family, literally, you know what I mean? So anytime any of our cousins are up on a pedestal such as yourself, it's our job to get behind you and push you, because I want to just share this. Dallas Cowboy fans, Super Cowboy is going up against a Giant fan, a Bronco fan, a Lion fan, and a Bears fan. And if we can't beat those fans, I mean, we got more work. We got bigger fish to fry if that's the case. So y'all go vote for my man, Super Cowboy, here today. He's based out of Grand Prairie. He's at all the home games. He's also in California. Like he said, he spends time down south of the border with our Cowboys primos and primas. So let's throw that. I want to share that screen up here one more time so everybody can see where to go before we get out of here, because you got to throw your vote up there for our guy, Super Cowboy. So go to the Ford Hall of Fans website there and check it out, and go down and you'll see his face there. That won't be there. When you vote, this will show up, and then you can go and vote on a different laptop or iPad or device if you'd like, or you can do like I did. Just clear your history and just vote a whole bunch of times. But don't tell nobody I said that. You know what I mean? So Cowboy fans, we like to set trends. Let's go out there. Let's set a trend for our guy, and let's get him voted for today, man. I appreciate you joining the show with us here today, Super Cowboy. I know you're going to be out there doing some super things, and you said this goes till Sunday, right?
This goes till Sunday. And then, definitely, if you guys follow me on Facebook, Super Cowboy, on Instagram is _Super Cowboy. Like, I'll post a video, even if I'm not a finalist, I'll post a video on there on Monday or Tuesday when I get the phone call. And if I do get the phone call, then I will be flying out to LA on Thursday, because I will be at the Super Bowl if I am a finalist. And then just like the players, I would get a knock on the door at the hotel room to let me know I've been inducted into the Ford Hall of Fame.
Man, that's like being a player, man.
Yeah, absolutely, man. That's what I'm like. It's a huge, huge honor, a huge, big, life-changing thing. Because also in August, I will be down in Canton, Ohio. And that's when they're going to reveal the display and the rings and the jacket, because I will get a jacket also like the players, and a ring, a Hall of Fame ring. So it's just like crazy that, I can't even think about it, how crazy it would be.
Let me ask you a question. Are you a Tony Romo fan, Super Cowboy?
I am a Tony Romo fan.
It's a good possibility he can get to the Hall of Fame this year, right? He's up for it, right?
Is Romo?
Yeah, I think he's up for it this year. I don't know if they've done the voting or whatnot, but man, that would be cool, because I was there last season and Jimmy and Drew got inducted, and I'm gonna tell you, my Cowboy cousins, they came out to represent. So I look forward to it. Y'all go out there and vote for Super Cowboy. We got to get him to Canton. We got to get him to the Super Bowl in LAX. We got to get him to get that knock on the door, man. So y'all knock on that link at the top of this up here. Go vote for my guy, Super Cowboy. We'll see y'all on the next episode, man. We appreciate you tuning in here with us today. Super Cowboy, as always, our Cowboy cousins right here. Cowboy Cousins Live, baby.
You got it. Appreciate it.
Episode. That's right, baby.
Damn, Jacob, this shit crack.